good Monday, and let me introduce myself again. As you all know, I am Star Master Ja Kyung-ja, who wants to succeed in this business together with you. Now, when we're doing admin business, um, let us again remind ourselves Atomy is a global Atomy business, and it's also a good tool for sharing daily necessity products around the world. And this system, I congratulate one more time again every time she says this right. Among the billions of population in India, welcome everybody to join this training course to become successful in anatomy and become auto sales faster in anatomy. So the basic training every week, one time, every session around 1 hour to 2 hours. We go through 8 weeks of program, and it is a self system. It's called a self system because why? It is not for listening only, but it is for listening and inhabiting and acting it out. Action is the only way to become successful in atomic business. Now we have 2 weeks left to go. Okay, throughout um, through this program, we hope that you can all achieve a good success in Albany. We have this proverb in Korean: even 1,000 miles start from one step. Same with atomic business. If you want to become Imperial Master, that's 1,000 miles ahead. That starts, your Imperial Master starts from one step that you take today. So take one step by one step every day with diligence, sincerity, and integrity, and work hard every day through this program. Then you will realize one day you have succeeded in alchemy business. So before we move on to today's session officially, let us start off by blessing each other. I mean, really bless. So, with sincere hearts, on the count of one, two, three, open your mics. So, unmute yourselves and shout out these blessings together so we can inhabit our mindset and our hearts to bless each other all the time. Okay, are you ready? One, two, three. I bless you. I love you.
I
And
love
I
you.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you very
Yay! Love you
much.
You.
all. Yay! Pyong pyong. Okay, very
Bless
nice.
you. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you for participating in blessing each other and speaking the words of love. Okay, now you can mute your mic again. Okay, so now you check please today again whether your teammates have joined in today's session together with you guys. Okay. Please be reminded, don't only come to the session alone because if you do not come in the group and in the team and make sure you are together, then after the program finish, very likely that the duplication will not go down your line, and then you might end up maybe just making sales and sales, you're just selling. And Atomy business is not about selling, right? It's about sharing, and it's about duplication, it's about education. So now, during the 8 weeks, we have on the base of the 20 actions for success or so-called strategies. We are gonna move on with the actions for the 10 actions for success, and then the printing out and to go towards the success. So Master Char is bringing this out again. Always every session we repeat this. Okay. Make sure remember all of the 20 guidelines for success. Okay, guys? 20 strategies. Are you acting it out right now? Are you inhabited with these strategies? Double check today again. Are you using the products? Are you attending the education, the meetings, and the company
Meeting.
system? Are you setting clear and detailed goals and objectives every day Are you sponsoring those better than you, smarter than you, and who is more like who has more buying power than you? Finding people better than you every time? Okay, are you doing STP over the phone again? Are you doing the dress up in the meetings, even if it's online, or are you meeting a friend even? Are you inviting a member to the meeting with their consent? Or just inviting without really acknowledging or without an agreement? And number nine, are you sharing your business after you understood completely? Or do you still do not know what Atomy is exactly and you just start talking right away just because you want some cash back? Okay, are you showing the plan when you're ready or not? And are you cooperating with family line? Like right now. Now you're cooperating with a family line. Many different groups have gathered together. Are you being cooperative or are you being very naughty? Are you keeping your business manners with your sponsor and your partner? Are you following the system or are you doing the business the way that you want? And are you asking the people around you about Atomy, to your husband, to your wife, to your sister, to your brother, to your friend, and telling them, oh, I got to know about this Atomy business. Should I do it or not? Are you doing it or not? Okay, you shouldn't if you're doing it. Okay, remember this is your business. This is nobody else's. Are you doing this business like your own or are you still thinking this is somebody else's business such as it's your business, it's your sponsor's business and keeping like one step back from it all? Are you having the faith that you can do it? Are you acting with passion? Are you enjoying the rejection that your friends or family members, your neighbors might be giving you, tossing at you right now? Are you giving up on some things in your life or this business, such as watching K drama or maybe taking some naps in the afternoon? That's what I love to do. But you might need to give up on some things if you want to become successful in anatomy, right? Are you sharing the cost for adding business fair and square? Or are you taking the burden, giving it all to your partner or to your sponsor? Because always remember, even if you are trying to burden your sponsor with everything, that means the culture in the group become like that. You become sponsor one day, go up in master one day, then you will be the one paying for everything, meaning you will plus minus get nothing. Okay, that was the 20 strategies, the guidelines for Alchemy success. And then the with this kind of 20 strategy, it's we are repeating it like every week. And by now, since it's a 6 week, you should be able to recite everything without like with your closed eyes. If you can't, print it out and read it out loud every morning. And this kind of strategy, 20 strategies, and we move on with these 10 actions for success, then we will be able to achieve a pipeline income in Atomy. Not just a passive income for yourself, but a passive income that will be inherited up until third generations to make you rich, your family rich, your children rich, and your grandchildren super rich. This is the income in Atomy that you can dream and your family can dream. Now in Korean Anatomy, everybody who have become succeeded are living a life that they have never imagined before. And this is not somebody else's story. This is your story and this is your future. Why? Atomy is a dream tool that can make you successful. Whatever business that you want to do, if you want success, you need to meet the right tool. And once you meet the right tool that you think is right, you shouldn't leave the decision whether this one is the good tool or a bad tool, make it decide by somebody else. You should be the one to decide. To decide what? To decide whether this is the right kind of tool to make you successful. So, you must be the one to find it out. Do your research and make sure that this is the right kind of tool. And since Atomy is such a wonderful tool for success, only the last missing piece into your success is the certainty. If you have the certainty, the tool called Atomy comes together with your dream equals success. So, paint a beautiful picture, beautiful painting. That's your dream. Because whatever you dream in that clean piece of A4 paper, white paper, that will become your reality in the future. Imagine where you will be in 5 years and 10 years. CEO Park Han-gil mentioned about the flights in the Good Morning Atomy today morning. Have you heard about Park Jong-soo Imperial Master story with CEO Park in the beginning 10 years ago? When Park Jong-soo Imperial Master get to know about Atomy, she asked CEO Park, should I, CEO of Atomy, trust this company called Atomy and move forward? Because what I see now is something I cannot trust. But I see you are a man that I can trust. So tell me, should I start this Atomy business? And CEO Park replied, Atomy is doing good, and made a comparison with instrumental flight rules, IFR. It is different from the flight with vision. If you're seeing and flying the plane, if it becomes cloudy, you are not sure where the destination is and whether you're going toward the correct way, so you can get lost. But if you're using IFR, instrumental flight rules, you don't depend on your sight, you depend on the machine. So you know that you're going towards the right direction. And CEO Park told Imperial Master Park Jong-soo, trust on the IFR of Atomy. And that's why she did the Atomy business and became successful in Atomy, right? Same with Atomy. Right now, not 10 years ago, but right now. So let's check our IFR. How do we know whether we are going the correct way or not? How do we know? Don't only see it or hear it from other people. Check these things. Check what you have learned. Okay, during the 1 to the 5th week of the training program, what have you realized among the materials that you have learned? Are you writing down or what you have learned in your notes? That's the master told you to make in the consumer follow-up note. Last week, we learned about the right way to contact and invite. The flower of Atomy, I will say, is to invite and follow up the invitation. And you cannot invite people only when you have free time. Oh, today afternoon I'm free, so let me invite my friend over so I can share about Atomy. No, it is something that you need to do consistently every day, every time, even when you're eating, even when you're in the toilet. You must get inhabited. You must make up the habit to share about Atomy. Okay, so check these things up. Are you doing it or not? Have you invited people over that's living close to your house or to your center? Have you invited people that is very positive? Have you invited people with the buying power or people with mobility? Or have you invited a VIP consumer over to your house to do a VIP session? Have you done that during the past week? Check it out. That is your IFR. IFR is not like not something that's difficult. Whatever you learned the last week, you are continuously checking it up whether you're doing or not. And if you are saying, "Oh, I didn't," now you know you're lost on the way. So This is a business that you're not doing for in your free time, but it's something that you always have to do. So the best way to do be the best one in this business is to invite well. And inviting well means not that you are very good at your talking, or you have good you have like good experience so that you are good at doing it, or how whatever it is, but it is just that you're talking all the time, inviting all the time, inviting them to be a member, inviting them to become a consumer, or inviting them to like use Atomy hair tonic or etc. You're just talking all the time. Time is money. Time is success. Time is life. From the moment right now, we are always moving towards death. 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 Every second, we are going towards death. Even for people who are in their 20s, 30s, or 40s, or 50s, or 60s, time is equal, very fair and square. So, do not waste your time and invest your time all the time to invite well and contact well in a wise manner all the time. So change your thoughts from can't, I can't, to I have to, and just do it. Regard time as money and time as life. If you do not fall into the category from number one to number five that's written on this PPT slide right now, make yourself to become one. Let's say if you are not mobile, you do not have a car, you do not have a motorcycle, get a car or get a motorcycle, or at least get a bike if you cannot be mobile. Or you tell your husband to make you buy a car, make him buy a car for you, or make him borrow his car for you. Whatever the method is, be mobile. That's an investment for you. Why should we even go up until that level, you might ask? But it is to save time. Because if you are taking 3 hours to get to your consumer by public transportation, and by car, if you drive, you can get in 1 hour, it means you can meet three people instead of meeting one person. That is what Star Master Cha mean. Okay, now you need to be ready to find the ace cards. Master I have told you last week that Academy Business is a numbers game. It is the number game, and it is finding the four ace cards in a stack of cards. Okay, so you flip every card open until you have the ace card coming out. And if you want to find the ace card, the fastest way is not to open up every card that you meet, but to be best at playing the cards. Which means in Academy, you need to become a ready made leader. You need to become the right leader. Star Master Chai used the phrase replace the broken window. If you have sloppy appearance and you are having a very unfavorable expression, you're having an angry face all the time, you might not realize it, but the other people can see through. You might have been throughout your whole life been upset, you've been angry, you thought life was unfair. Then it's like just graved on your face, your misery. So you might not realize, but when other people meet you for the first time, they cannot trust you right away because you have misery on your face. You look so gloomy. So who will do business with you when you are always looking gloomy? So, very simple. Smile all the time. Smile all the time so that your mouth muscles around the muscles around your mouth hurts. Okay? And always dress up. You do not need to dress up in a very expensive or fancy clothes. You just have to be neat. In a white or black neat clothes, so that people will meet you and see you and not find you like, you know, um not trustworthy. So you are just emptying yourself, replacing your broken stuff. You're emptying your broken self. You're emptying it, and you're making yourself from all over again. Okay? So don't blaming others, don't blaming what happened in the past, and do not try to avoid everything, but start confronting your problems and being responsible for our lives and for our partners and for our consumers. And be positive all the time. And these things do not happen just right away. These happen with effort. You're making an effort to change. And once we continue these things, you can change. You can replace yourself into something very new, something very positive, so that people see you and people can trust you. So now, moving on from the right way to contact, we are going over to STP today. Oh, I can hear there is some mistypo here. It's not SPT, it's STP. So it's called show the plan. Or otherwise in the English term we call it BOP. OP means business opportunity presentation. STP means show the plan. STP simply means you're showing about Atomy. Showing whatever about Atomy to the other person. That's STP. Okay, so this week we're gonna talk about how will you do STP to the VIP consumer that you invited over. Because of the COVID, the anime business have become more online. And now because it's online, it became more easy to share about anime in a more professional manner and more effective manner. Last time when we were meeting up with a VIP consumer, people who are interested in anime business, we couldn't do proper presentation, or it was very difficult because we have to bring around a presentation like a presentation all the time, a laptop, and it's kind of like awkward, to open up a laptop and just start out the presentation. Maybe if you guys are kind of close to each other, but then now since you're doing it online, we can just do everything with skin sharing. And not only that, we can use videos, we can use pictures, we can use a lot of multiple ways to share about Atomy, how to do Atomy business, and how to get cashback from Atomy. What is good about Atomy products to the consumer? For example, in one case, um, the the fastest way to do a STP to to the consumer who is very living far away from you, you need to find out yourself about like how to share to a consumer A or a consumer B. Many people ask the sponsor, what should I do? What should I tell him or what should I tell her? But actually, if you want to get rid of the stack of cards fast and find your ace cards, do not depend on your sponsor all the time, but find the way yourself. That's the fastest way. Don't depend on the methods that you used or your sponsor used 5 years ago, 1 year ago, 3 years ago. If you're using the same methods every time, that's a leader that is very lazy to catch up with whatever is going on. So if you're late to this kind of information, you will not be able to grasp the opportunity that comes to you. You need to get used to learning a new information, because if you're learning things and hearing things later than the other people, it means you're one step behind, because this business basically it's information business, it's sharing good news. Network business is not about selling, but it's about sharing good news, good information to the other people. And if you're slow to sharing a good information, it basically means that you're not doing the business the proper way. So, what we do in anatomy business is very easy. What we share in anatomy business is very easy information. So, even though you haven't done this kind of business before, it's not so difficult. It's a must for you to learn and share. If you do not know, get some help from your sponsor. Counsel with your sponsor, communicate with your sponsor. So, in the beginning, when you're doing STP for the first time, you can get help from your sponsor. But when time passes, you cannot depend on your sponsor only. Because if you're depending on your sponsor, you are depending on her or his time. You can only do it when his or her time is available. You need to become independent so that your sponsor can recruit a new member for you and you can recruit a new member for you in separate times. That doubles up the speed. Okay? So, number one, the things that you need to know when you're doing STP is that you need to do STP within 24 hours to 48 hours if he or she shows interest in the business. So he's, let's say, a new consumer. And if she or he wants to know about admin business, better do it right away. Or if he or she says he do not have the time right now, make an appointment right away tomorrow or within 48 hours. The faster the service is, the better it is. The better chances of he or she starting the business because they trust your services. Second, Atomy products. Those people who is interested in the business and love Atomy products from the day you get a new person introduced within 1 week to 2 weeks later if you do an STP. What will you talk about? Okay, that can mean that the client or the consumer will think, oh, maybe I'm not that important anymore. So they will regard that you do not take him seriously. So follow up almost every day. And third, when you are preparing an SDP material, make sure you realize what they want. Don't prepare things that you want to tell them, but find out first what they want. What is their environment? What is their needs? And what are they interested in? And match the materials according to their needs. Okay, so and when you're doing a home party or doing two versus one VOP or STP, what is your role to the sponsor? Let the let I'll say share sufficient information about the client or the consumer to the sponsor before meeting. And this is what we call the Euler's law. So you are B, the bridge, C is the client, and A is the advisor, your sponsor. There is the role of the B. If you're a bad bridge in linking A and C together, even though A is superb, a very good job in doing the STP session, BOP session, you will totally fail everything. So what is B's role? Number one, you need to share the client's information in very much detail to the sponsor. And once you invite C to an online meeting or to a seminar, you must promote a lot about A to C so that when C come to the meeting, even in a two versus one VOP session, C will listen to A because C think A is an amazing person. Okay? Um and the another thing is that STP after when during STP, what you need to do is you need to arrive at the spot faster than anybody else. You need to be seated with your back to the wall so that you're facing the audience, and once your client comes along has no choice but to sit in front of you, which will be facing the wall so that they can focus 100% in the meeting. This is your role, nobody else's. So please do that, and make sure the cell phone is on the mute mode so you guys can concentrate. And make sure you arrange the meeting in a quiet place, not like McDonald's where it's so noisy. And make sure it is not so close to the toilet where everybody goes walking around every 5 minutes, so that the client will be distracted. And number three, what should we do after the meeting? What do we need to do? What do you guys need to do is that you need to do after meeting, so called. So after A is finished with you guys, B must do an after meeting with C separately. Faster the better. And the meeting, um do not go over too long, okay, because you are not ready yet. So you try to become, to give them more let's say confidence about Alchemy business, and make them curious so that they can make up another appointment with A. Don't explain everything to C once C start asking you things after the appointment with your sponsor. Okay? Don't reply to all the questions yourselves, but make a second appointment with A and make them have more questions, make them more curious, and just tell them, trust me, this is good. Let's meet up again. So your attitude for the business makes up 80% of the success for C to decide anatomy business. So the most important thing is for you to show your confidence and positiveness about anatomy products, and anatomy business to C in the after meeting. So this is what we call Hoyle's law. Hoyle's ABC law. A is the sponsor advisor. You are the bridge, the linking person, and the C is the client or the consumer. So, if you keep to the ABC law, the infinite chain of introduction of new members and new sales will come out from your downline. This is the basic principle of Atomy business. Why do my downline do not grow well? The reason is you are not doing the law of ABC correctly. This is not only applying to network business, but this is actually a law that applies to human relationships. Okay? If B want to achieve something in C, rather than telling C directly, B is referring to a person of influence to talk to C on the behalf of himself, then C is more likely to go and follow what B wants. So, um, rather than talking directly yourself, make use of the law of ABC all the time. This is the law of, otherwise we say 333, the law of 333 anatomy. Okay, so let me introduce more about the law of Euler. The law of Euler is once you contact a new person and follow up and invite over a new member. The Euler's law, as the Master Cha just mentioned, during the meeting, you must follow this law and sit in the proper position, right? This is only a portion of what you need to do. So basically, what you need to do is that B must focus 100% on making C focus on the meeting. So this is the basically the fundamental thing about the Hoyle's law. Whatever the situation is, whether before or during or after the STP, you are focusing so that C can listen to A better. You're thinking always, you have to think always, how can I make C listen to A better? Okay? What are the things that you can do to make C listen to A more? These small different tips in the Hoyle's law can make significant difference in the result. Okay? So, let's say for example, as we just mentioned in the previous slide, when B is linking C to A, B go to the meeting place first and Scavenge the area, find a remote area in the restaurant where nobody is around, find a corner, and sit with your back to the wall. And A will come and A will sit next to you, and you're making C sit in front of you. And B must make sure to promote about A days before the appointment and telling C, because C is your friend or your neighbor or your person that you know, tell C A is an amazing person. It's difficult to get an appointment with A. I have pleaded to I to meet you because I believe that this business is a very good success tool and I believe in it. And I love you, so I want to share this awesome opportunity. But I am not a successful person in this business yet. So I have made a lot of effort to invite this amazing person over to meet you. So, on the behalf of May, please come to the meeting and do not be late. Be very polite to A because I made the severely a great amount of effort in inviting A over, and I do not want you and me also not to miss this opportunity. So, make C feel difficult about A. Then C will not be rude to A upon arrival to the meeting place. If you do not do this kind of promotion before the meeting, C will be very rude to A sometimes. So you will fail in your STP. Another part of the thing that you can do during the meeting, you must keep silence. Do not ask questions. Do not interrupt when A is talking. Do not explain details when A is talking. Do not chit chat with C when A is talking. So you basically your role in the meeting is keeping silent, smiling, nodding, and clapping. That's it. That's what you do. You're just becoming an enthusiastic audience. Wow, you're just making exclamations and clapping, and you are like pretending to write down whatever A is sharing um to see, like pretending this is some amazing advice or a tip that can like change your life, and you're writing it down on a piece of paper as if your life depended on it, kind of feeling. So your aggressiveness about this information to learn to write down every detail, your positiveness, your smile, this one affects C. If you're listening hard, you're a good audience. C cannot become bad audience because C is your friend or C is your family member or C is your neighbor. You guys know each other, right? So if you have the attitude, C cannot be rude to I or pretend that like show that she or he is not interested. At least on the surface side, he just have to pretend that he's also interested, so which makes easier for A to bring out the interest and bring the um the topic along to the direction that A want to bring about. Okay, so this is the law of Euler. And after the meeting, even though the A did an amazing role, B, it is actually up to B to make the decision whether C will do admin business or not. Because after the STP, if B do not do proper follow up, no use. Zoop, C is gone. I've seen it happen so many times. After A do the STP, they think it is all done because C like it shows positiveness, not, and yeah, it's a good business. And after that, B think it is all done. But no, after the STP, B must do a very aggressive follow up with C. Make sure that the fire or the interest clings on, and B must make a second appointment with A with C. Continue making appointments, inviting the C to Atomy system, and making C into coming into Atomy. If B cannot fill in the missing piece, the last 10% of the missing piece, even though A have already fulfilled 90% of the SDP, C will not do Atomy business. So, what is the role of B, the 10%? The role. Number one, must do the proper invitation. You must make C have curiosity in the meeting in the STP. Make them become interested and do the invitation. And before invitation, B must share about C's information to A in detail so that A can prepare um, for the STP in a proper way. So there is a the saying in Korean um 지피지기 백전백승. This means that if you know your enemies and know about yourself, you will not be imperiled by in 100 battles. Meaning you can win 100 battles if you know your enemy and yourself. Meaning if you know about their client and about what you can do, you can win over 100 clients. So what you need to do, if we need to do, is to talk about the C to A. Second, okay, here is all the summary. Um, promote A. This is very important. In introducing A to C, one of the most important mistakes, not one of the very frequent mistakes that we do, is not promoting A, but promoting C. So, say for example, telling the sponsor, wow, this new person that I just invited over is like such an important person, sponsor. You must do a very good job on recruiting this person. This person had like experience in network business like 15 years, and then this person is also very good at this and this and this, is a CEO of this company, blah blah blah. And then A is like, dang, how should I recruit this person, already being crushed? And this B go to C and then just invite over and do not promote about A. Then already we know this recruitment have gone zup, it's wrong. It's like it cannot succeed. Okay? So B is ruining the recruitment. So always if you are having this doing this kind of mistake, nobody else is ruining the recruitment. You yourself are ruining it yourself. So please remember to promote about your sponsor, whether you like him or her or not. Always, if you're getting his or her help and your sponsor is coming over to talk on behalf of you, please be reminded that you must promote your sponsor. And at all cost, promote your sponsor all the time to your downline, whether you like your sponsor or not. If there's something that you don't like about your sponsor, never, ever, never, never talk about your negative part about your sponsor to your downline. Ever. Never. Okay? What you need to talk about what you're upset with your sponsor is with the sponsor. Tell your sponsor that you're not happy with him or her, but never tell that to the downline, but always promote your sponsor's strengths to the downline. Okay, that is very important in growing your downline. Third, help your C to concentrate. What you need to remember is that the more A's words are being delivered to C, your VIP member, the higher the chances for C to do Atomy business. And who benefit from it? You. So don't only introduce C to A and B sit there like, ah, yeah, my job is done. We see so many B's do that. Many of my partners also just link and think the job is done and don't do anything afterwards. B's role is not to do cell phone, not to do texting all day and sit next to the sponsor when sponsor is sharing about adding to the member. Even though you know about every content that your sponsor tell your partner because you heard it 100 times, you need to listen every time as if it's the first time so that the C can listen to A. Number four, you must always give positive gesture, as I just also mentioned, right? You're like clapping, nodding, smiling all the time, pretending you're writing down every detail. This kind of body language of positiveness and consent affects C. It makes it feel like something A is saying is important and something that is very positive or very effective. Okay? Because it's two versus one, you guys are more. If there's two positive people and one negative people, two positives can knock out one negative people or at least make it neutral. But if you are not playing the role, playing that role, this one positive person cannot knock out one negative person that easily. Number five, if you feel that your sponsor have missed out something that you think is important to share to C, wait until the last part when A is finished and ask a question. Don't say it to C, but ask a question to A so that A can say it to C. Okay? Even if A is your sponsor and A is like as maybe successful or not your sponsor, right? So have more experience, he or she is not perfect, so can miss out things. But do not stop in and say on the behalf of A, but ask a question to A, okay? So that C can hear what she wants from the mouth of A. So sixth thing what B must do is that you need to do a very strong closing ment. Okay, you have the relationship with C. So A cannot be the one strongly say, okay, do anime business, this is good for you, kind of thing. A have to talk on a neutral basis. That is more effective. And then after going up until some level, and then if things are going smooth, B lastly do a very strong closing ment. Closing based on the relationship. If C listening after listening to whatever the STP still is kind of like half and half, should I do it or should I just be a consumer? Kind of like don't know what to do. You voice out, you just assert a very strong closing sentence with confidence. Hey friend, just trust me and let's just do it together. I'm your friend, right? I will not do anything bad for you. Just trust me and just follow me. We'll just do it and we'll become successful. I will make you successful. Make that strong ment. Because that's not something that your sponsor can do. You have to do that. Throw that nuclear bomb to your friend. On the lastly, you need to do a proper follow up throughout the 1 week after the SCP. Whether C is positive or negative, you still do a follow up every day and make sure she or he do not start talking about Adami everywhere when she or he still do not know and is not sure about Adami. Because if C saw Adami vision today and talk to the family member, and if they are negative, she might quit Adami business right on day one. So make sure she do not talk about Adami to everywhere else, even her family members, until you can make sure that she have become probably okay. I will do Adami business. Okay. So sponsor and the partners all everyone, the communication is most important. If you are bad at SCP, you can just invite your sponsor and your partner and communicate with them and invite people over. Especially after COVID, we have YouTube. We are doing things online and we are having family line lectures like this right now. You just can replace your STP with so many resources rather than spending time complaining and criticizing and blaming your sponsor or partner why my business is not working out. Remember that this is your business and try to find a way to share about Atomy and how to do STP to your downline. This business is my business and we are number one leader in Atomy. Atomy start from us. Atomy start from me. Atomy start from you. You are like Crown Master Yun Young Sung. You're the representative of Atomy. In Atomy, during COVID, during these difficult times last year in 2020, some In anatomy, some groups in anatomy have gone through explosive growth. Some groups are going down. What is the difference? So, is your downline growing or is your downline going through a minus growth? Diagnose your group yourself. Find the problem in your group and counsel with your sponsor about it. If your group is not growing, there is definitely a problem. So, change the broken window, review your strategies, counsel your sponsor, and go towards the right direction. Okay? The sponsor and the partners. Communication follow up is utmost important. Your husband, your parents, your family members will never be able to live your life for you. Who can live a life for you? Nobody else. You are living your life. So, your sponsor also can help you, but your sponsor cannot live your life for you. So, if you are doing good in anatomy, your sponsor, your partner, your family line will all come to you to help you out. But if you are becoming successful, your family members can all live wonderful life together, a balanced life. If you make your sponsor and your partner dance, meaning make them happy first. Then, even if you are not talented, even if you're not a good talker, even if you're not a good seller in anatomy, even if you do not have capital in anatomy, even if you do not know a lot of people, you can become successful in anatomy. If we compare anatomy as a cup of glass, you need to empty that cup of glass so you can put in your sponsor in the class, your partner in that class, and then your consumers in the class. You can fill it up with atomy. So, once you are new to atomy or you are not growing in atomy, check yourself first and make sure you empty yourself first. Empty everything that was dragging you from success and whose fault it is that you are not becoming successful, you're failing in other in business, is your partner leaving you? They are quitting this business. Is something not working out? It is not because your partner's fault or your consumer's fault. It is your fault. It is my fault. I am not responsible enough before and I didn't do it properly enough. Okay, change your mindset. And if you are not playing your role in anatomy, your sponsor, your consumer, your partner, they will all leave you. Everything whose fault it is, if things don't work out, it's your fault. Okay? So let's follow the law of success. Okay? Now, I give you the key to success. You can see the key over there on the PPT slide right now, right? Okay? What is the key to success? We need to follow the same law for success. Even though I am the smartest person, I'm the doctor, like I am the researcher in network business. I might be like so fluent in talking and convincing people. I might know like so many people. I have a lot of network, or I might be super rich. Even if you have all this, if you do not have the right key to success, and follow the law of success, you have not duplicated your sponsor, then your downline cannot duplicate yourself. So basically, as the group grows, the business will become harder and harder. Let me introduce one team that I'm working together nowadays with you, with these guys. Okay, this is Mr. Mustafa, sales master. He's a leader. Recently, I'm meeting with and guiding. After what he learned in the basic training, he put to action right away. He said he has a lot of experiences in network business, but Star Master Cha said that is no use. Whatever experiences in network business is no use in Atomy. You need to listen to me because you need to learn the Atomy way. So after Mr. Mustafa learned about how to do things, he duplicated the Star Master Chow way and did the same right away and put it to action and did a beauty session in that fits an Indian culture. So here are some pictures of how they did. So this will become a proper system in Mr. Mustafa Sales Master's downline. So once this one become duplicated in the downline, Mr. Mustafa's downline will grow and become duplicated and will be able to achieve success. Okay, so have you guys all written down your life scenarios in the homepage of Atomy? Like Star Master Cha asked you guys? This is Star Master Cha's life scenario. And once you write down your life scenario in the Atomy homepage, it will never disappear because it's been recorded in the homepage. So even your grandchildren will be able to watch your life scenario. You can show them who you are. You can tell them that Granny was very aged at the time, and then when I met Atimi for the first time, I was bankrupt. I didn't even have a house or a car. But I saw a vision in Atimi and I worked very hard, and now I have all of this. This can become really a history record of history in Atami for you and your family members to see and live about the changes that can happen in you and your family's history. This is not only for you, because your life scenario, if you live it in a record, this will become a hope for you, not only you and your family members, but for everybody around you. You can become an icon of hope for everybody around you. Just by showing your life scenario, after 3 years, 5 years, you just need to boast to people about your life scenario. And then you just show them. This was who I was 5 years ago, and this is where I am right now. And then we can tell you for sure. There will be nobody that will say Adam is a bad thing. Everybody will be interested to become a consumer and become a leader in Atomy. And writing down the life scenario is about a target. It's about what kind of picture do I want my life to become. And after you write down your life scenario, if you still haven't write down your goal or you wrote it down last month only, write it down again this month. Your goal, as you see in the PPT slide right now, your business goal, team goal, action goal, your personal goals, these dreams, your targets, you are writing it down every month. The first of every month, you need to rewrite it. Review your goals, review your target. How much have I achieved from your targets during the last month? Am I like where in the metric in my goal? How much percentage have I achieved from what I want? Okay? And always try to think more vividly. Okay? Picture it very live in a very detailed manner about what is my dream. How do I want my life to become? Ask this kind of questions to yourself every day. And if you already write it down, just post it on the wall and look at it. You have a new idea, and then you review it, you write new things, and then proclaim it. If you only post it on the wall and don't share, you will just forget about it. So, just Talk to everybody about your dreams, like Mr. Krukabaram, okay? And please keep a record. There is this saying in anatomy: if you cannot measure it, you cannot improve it. Okay? If you cannot measure it, you do not know whether you're going towards the right way or not. CEO Park also mentioned about the flight, right? Instrumental flight rules. If you're not measuring whether you are doing the correct way or not, you are just saying whether you are going the correct way or not, which you do not know because it's so cloudy. Your future is so cloudy you cannot see. So what we do, we are measuring it. How do we measure? We are measuring by these kind of things. Very clear, 8 core. So 8 simple actions that you need to do every day. Whatever Star Master Jam mentioned to you, you should do every day. These kind of simple actions are all inside this chart. So check every day whether you are doing this kind of actions. So what are these kind of actions? Is reading every day 15 minutes, whether you have used Academy products, whether you have attended a seminar or system, whether you have talked about, shared about Academy product to a consumer, whether you did STP today, whether you attended a meeting, whether you're doing an SNS online activity today, whether you have consulted and talked to your sponsor. This is about how you follow up yourself. If you cannot follow up on yourself, you cannot follow up on your consumer and you cannot become successful. So this is the attendance list. So those who have missing child here, please make sure, if you have attended and you have turned your videos on and you are missing out, make sure that it is amended, okay? I think I requested for some amendments, but it's not been like fixed yet. Okay, so if you see that you have attended and it's missing out, please tell me and tell your sponsor directly that um on what day and what date you have attended and it has not been checked. And this is the homework. Wow, I see so many people are missing out on their homeworks. Okay, are you wearing a mask? Are you joining a new member? Have you raised 10,000 PV? Have you taken a photo of your activities and updated in the group chat? Have you done your A core? You need to do it first, otherwise your partner will not do. Okay? So, since especially that we cannot meet up, we need to upload in the group chat so that we can share our activities and keep the fire up and going. After 8 weeks of going through this, you will be more used to um, doing this kind of business habits, and you will also be able to lead your downline to do the same. I hope that you can become a self leader like I'm guiding you to be. And thank you everybody for listening to my sharing for long hours. And I hope that whatever you're taking action into in this basic training can bear good fruits. Thank you very much. Yeah.
안수민 국장님, 이거 PPT 좀 없애주세요. 마우스가 안 돼요.
Okay.
Thank you, Stamasta Chap. Thank you, Stamasta Chap, for her always this wonderful and very useful session. So that we've heard about today's ABC law. So A, that is a sponsor, and B is we. We are the bridge, and C, that the one that we are inviting. So I hope all of us here, we do our role well. So when we invite somebody, don't forget to like a briefing to the A, to our sponsor. Also that we must like promotion about our sponsor to the one that we are inviting. So after we hear today's session, let's listen some of from this our members, our attending here. So first, that today, because Master she mentioned about this group and that he just finished his first beauty session in India. So I would like to invite Mustafa that about his journey, that how he prepared that beauty session, how was the procedure and what was the result. So I would like to welcome Mustafa that sharing his experience about his first beauty session in India. Mustafa?
Not sure if Mustafa is there.
Oh, okay, Amita. Okay.
Because we had a very long meeting today. We had gone some 60 kilometers up and down, 70 kilometers up and down. I think. Yeah.
So, 아미타 사장님이 대신하겠습니다. Okay, 아미타, that you can do.
Okay. This is somewhere around 15 days. 15 days back, we planned to start off, think of about the beauty product fair, and some 7-8 members of us started it all together. Lead by Mustafa, because he has previous experience. He told us how he can do. We had made some banners for it, some pamphlets for it. Pamphlets like this, pamphlets like this with the product details, which we have given to the consumers, to the participants. To the participants, this was given, the pamphlet with the oral care information and the hair care information, because this is the common problem which is faced by each one. So these pamphlets are prepared, and we have created some flexes as well. We tried to promote it among our friends and groups, known and unknown people. We had an attendance of approximately 40 students, 40 participants, and 8 leaders altogether have done it, out of which 5 are ladies, 6 are ladies, and 6 are ladies and 2 gents. So altogether 8 leaders, and of course, Cha Master was all around from Thursday, Wednesday, guiding us how to do, what all extra efforts we have to do, how we can actually convince our what type of demos we have to do. So we did evening care demo, we did fem demo, we also did BB cream demo. We got really good response. People were excited to actually feel the product. They have seen how actually the product works. They immediately registered after seeing the product and after feeling the product. And this all happened with all the guidance of Star Master. And of course, Misuk is the backbone. Without saying, she's always around us all the time. Somewhere at night, 12 o'clock, I've messaged her and she has responded back with our queries. That's the support system we got from the team, who is very far away, somewhere far away, but it is as if they are sitting next to us, guiding us all the time, walking hand in hand with us. And it is not just one person, I mean, not just they, but Mustafa sir has taken complete ownership of this project. He made sure that nobody is going step behind. He always stood behind, pushed us so that we give our best, and we are actually doing something which we have never experienced it before. Atomic products are new. Atomic products which we are using is almost everybody is not having that experience. So it is just 1 month experience we had with us. November 11th it got launched, and hardly 2 months, and products were not received easily by us. So it's very, very new. But in all this, the confidence given by the team over there, that is Cha Master, Misuk, and Diamond Master over there, and the support system by Mr. Mustafa, the master for us. He's the master in all for us. That's why he's called Team Tigers leader. That's how we have done it. We are proud, we are happy. Hopefully we'll continue to do this more and more with the guidance of all the people around. Thank you for all your support, ma'am.
저기 통역을 저기 글로 읽으라고 이민숙 사장님 말해주세요. 채팅방.
예, 저기 한국 분들, 저희 한국 사장님들 통역은 옆에 그 채팅룸에 한수민 국장님께서 동시로 이렇게 해주고 계십니다. 아니지, 내가 홍보할 거. 예, 한국 그 리더님들은 여기 통역 거기에서 읽으시면 되겠습니다. 채팅룸에서. Okay, thank you for sharing your vivid experience about the beauty session, and I see that you are so excited and so happy about the result. And I heard that you are planning to have those kind of sessions regularly. Yeah.
Yes. We already got the request from 2 cities, one from Chennai and one from Gujarat. So probably Mustafa will be traveling to these cities to conduct the sessions along with the respective people who are calling him. Maybe Sugra ma'am may accompany him, or probably Krupavaram sir also. Accordingly, whoever can make it will travel along with him.
Sounds good. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Then who want to share about maybe your experience about last week, or your journey in atomy, or your feedback after you listen to today's session? So if you want to share, if you want to speak, maybe you can unmute yourself and then you may speak. Okay, I see Sanju. He has been very Diamond Master Sanju. He has been very busy. Ready for his center. So I would like to invite Sanju that how his journey in doing his preparation in his center and how he's been doing, because he's been really busy since he arrived in India. So let's welcome Diamond Master Sanju.
잠깐만요.
네.
Hello. 안녕하세요.
You can
now,
speak English, so
yeah.
수민 사장님 can type in Korean.
Actually, after I arrived in India, I am quite busy because of Atomy. I visited many cities and villages area and share the products demo. So lots of people joining every day nowadays. But now I am in Delhi, and I give training to some other group also, because I want to understand how to do business, network business in India. So I follow the one big team, and I guide him, and he guided me also how to reach the people in India. So through him, until now, I think 50 to 60 people registered within 20 days, 20-day journey with them. And also many people nowadays coming to my center, and they're requesting and they want to know about the Atomy, what is Atomy, and what the Atomy product and the business. Today also 5 to 6 people came here. So I am guiding them and trying to invite more people, like as a workshop later after opening the center. Still center interiors, you can see is going on. So still little more work. So they are working hard because this is a wood interior, so it takes little time to finish the work. So after this, maybe after 2 days, it will finish, and here it will be cotton, all white and blue cotton, like a same color. So it will be more attractive, and more people will come here. My owner also, this building owner also joined Atomy, and he's using a product. So first I give demo and product information, and they're very interested to do business. So I think it's a little hard, but later it will go more and more up. Thank you.
이민숙 사장님, 삼주한테 질문할 거 있다 그러세요.
So we have a question to you for you.
Yeah.
인도 지사에서 지사장님과 직원들과 함께 다이아몬드 마스터 리더 미팅을 하고 있는데 우리 파트너들이 지금 참석을 하고 있다고 저한테 보고를 하고 있는데 산주 팀장님 참석했습니까?
So that I know that in India, every Friday, that the Diamond Masters in Atomy India and the Atomy India branch, they meet every Friday and they have a meeting. And my right side, I have 4 Diamond Masters from my right side, and I'm wondering that did you attend the meeting as well? The Friday
Yeah, I
Diamond.
attend most of the Atomy meeting. Like today also I attend evening care, they have Zoom meeting. I attend almost all meetings. Sometime I didn't attend because I was in traveling. So maybe I missed one meeting, I missed Atomy India meeting.
몇 번 참석해. 지금 여기 한국에 있었고 또 가서 그 격리 15일, 14일 동안 했고 뭐 여러 가지로 해서 참석을 한두 번 정도 했나? 한 번 참석했다고. 한 번.
한두 번 정도 빠지고는 다 했었다는데.
아니 한 번 한 것 같아. 미팅을. 그러니까 산주 사장님 지금 여기 그룹에서는 지사 미팅에 참석하는 사람이 산주밖에 없습니다. 그래서 그 단톡이나 이런 미팅을 할 때 저와 상의를 해서 그 지사와 팀장 미팅 하는 것을 다 기록을 좀 하세요. 영어로 기록을 하든지 해서 준비해서 저와 이야기를 나누고 산주 사장님이 여기서 브리핑할 수 있는 그런 역할을 하셔야 됩니다.
Because you are the only one in our group here as a Diamond Master, so you can be the only one who can attend the meeting between Diamond Masters and Atomy India branch every Friday. So I really encourage you to not miss that meeting because you are the one who can actually bring the live information from that meeting. So after you have the meeting with other Diamond Master and Atomy India branch, maybe I want you to consult with me, and also when you have a meeting, please write down every information that you share there, with every information you listen, and then after you consult with me, and I would like you to briefing in this session because that is most vivid information you directly get from Atomy India.
Okay, I will save the all message. Next time I will explain.
Thank you.
네. Thank you. Thank you. Diamond Master 산주.
네, 감사합니다.
네.
산주 오픈식 언제 하는지 이런 계획들을 브리핑
When do you?
이틀만 더 걸려요 지금. 이틀 아니 3일 정도 걸려요 지금.
Okay.
Yeah. We are excited to see the center when it is finished.
Yeah. Almost finished now. Have just remain is like product. One they are making product, and the other one have just they are pasting now. You can see almost they're done, but this side have only remained. This one they are doing now. This side they're done. This cabin they're done. All they're done all. This is all color is
다 됐고.
all color they're done. And now tomorrow curtain will come. Day after tomorrow it will finish with curtain. All glasses will cover. Today this one will finish this one. So I'll have almost 2-3 more days. Before 31st, this will done all.
Thank you.